Heading into the 2025 NFL season, the Philadelphia Eagles aren't just defending champions, they're a team with a target on their backs. And something to prove all over again after lifting their second Lombardi trophy. Since 2017, the Birds are looking to do what very few teams in NFL history have ever accomplished. Go back-to-back. And while much of the spotlight always lands on the high-powered offense led by Jalen Hurts, it's the defense that's drawing a lot of buzz this offseason. This is Vic Fangio's show now on the defensive side, and he's got a loaded cast to work with. Even after losing more than 4,000 defensive snaps from last season due to free agency, trades, and retirements, that kind of turnover would usually cripple a unit. But Philly's front office has been ahead of the curve when it comes to roster construction, player development, and long-term planning. They knew this day was coming, and they built with depth in mind. The result, a defense that many believe could be even more dangerous than last year's championship squad. And let's not forget how special that 2024 campaign was. From Saquon Barkley finding a second gear and staying healthy, to A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith continuing to torch opposing secondaries, the offense did its job. But the offensive line, unstoppable, easily the best unit in the league, and Jalen Hurts, he played like a man possessed during the NFC Championship and delivered a Super Bowl MVP performance that will live forever in Philly lore. But as electric as the offense was, the defense was the X factor. Early in the season, there were cracks. The first few weeks were inconsistent, and they needed time to find their rhythm. The bye in Week 5 came at the perfect moment. After that reset, they inserted Cooper DeJean into a larger role, and from there, the defense took off. They didn't just improve, they dominated. They completely shut down Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on football's biggest stage. That doesn't happen by accident. That was a masterclass in execution, preparation, and raw talent. Now, fast forward to the upcoming season, and yes, the defensive unit looks a bit different. They lost veteran leaders like Darius Slay and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, both huge personalities and voices in the locker room. Those are tough shoes to fill, but the difference this year, coaching continuity. Unlike the offensive side, where new coordinator Kevin Patullo steps in to replace Kellen Moore, and there's bound to be some growing pains, the defense kept their coaching staff intact under Fangio. That matters. That stability gives them a huge advantage heading into training camp in Week 1. You've also got rising stars stepping up. All-pro linebacker Zach Bond, who not only earned first-team honors, but was also in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year, is vocal about how far ahead this unit is compared to where they were last offseason. He recently said on a podcast with Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship that despite losing some key veterans, the core is not just intact, it's growing. The young players are developing fast, and the depth is real still. There are position battles that need to be sorted out, particularly along the defensive line and in the secondary. Next to Jalen Carter at defensive tackle, the question is whether it'll be Jordan Davis or Moro Ojomo lining up as the starter. At outside corner, someone has to step up opposite Quinion Mitchell. Is that going to be Kelly Ringo, or will Adoree Jackson seize that spot? Slot duties seem locked down by DeJean, but the outside corner spot remains a mystery. Then at linebacker, Zach Bond is locked in, but with Nakobe Dean and Jair Brown dealing with injuries, who steps in next to Bond in Week 1? Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Andrew Mukuba. There's talent across the board, but these decisions will shape how quickly the unit hits its stride. And it's not just us hyping this defense. Pro Football Focus released their rankings of the top 10 defensive lines in the league, and guess who landed at number 2? That's right, the Philadelphia Eagles, sitting just behind the Pittsburgh Steelers. That tells you all you need to know about how much respect this front is getting. Even after losing Josh Sweat and Milton Williams to free agency, they remain among the league's elite. Let's talk numbers, because the analytics back it up. In 2024, the Eagles generated pressure on 36% of non-blitz plays. That's the 5th best rate in the entire NFL, and that's without sending extra bodies. That's just winning up front. Jalen Carter posted an incredible Pro Football Focus pass rush grade of 84 for 4th best among interior linemen. Right behind him, Moro Ojomo at 82.4, ranked 6th. That's dominance from the inside out. They didn't just maintain talent, they added to it. Nolan Smith is expected to take a leap. Yalen Hunt is entering year 2 with high expectations. They brought in Azeez Ojulari and Josh Uch to boost the edge rotation. They drafted Antoine Pallin, another name to watch, even with the losses. The unit arguably got deeper, younger, and faster. And here's the kicker: the Eagles' starting defensive line is the youngest in the entire NFL. That's wild when you think about the level they're already playing at. Jordan Davis is just 25 and still under contract for 2 more seasons. Jalen Carter is 24 and entering year 3. Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt, both 24. Moro Oyomo, only 23. Ty Robinson, a rookie this year, clocks in at 24. This is a group that's already producing at a high level, but with time and experience, the ceiling is even higher. That's why people are throwing around words like dynasty. If this team can stay healthy, the potential is scary. And that brings us to the linebacker corps ranked number 1 in the entire NFL by Pro Football Focus. That's a major shift in philosophy from a front office that used to treat linebackers like afterthoughts. Not anymore. Zach Bond got paid, and he deserved it. His PFF grade of 90 led all linebackers last year. Nakobe Dean wasn't far behind, ranking 11th with a solid 77 for grade. The team also drafted Jair Campbell, widely considered the top linebacker in this year's class, to cover for Dean's injury, add in youngsters like Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and Smile Mondon. And suddenly, linebacker is a position of strength. It's not just about splashy plays either. The way the game is evolving, with offenses spreading out and increasing tempo, linebacker play is more crucial than ever. You need athletic, intelligent, fast linebackers who can cover ground, make tackles in space, and handle complex schemes. The Eagles finally invested in that, and it's paying off in a big way. Now, the secondary does come with a few question marks. That's unavoidable after losing players like Slay and Gardner Johnson. But they've got Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean to rookies last season who graded out as the top 2 in man coverage, according to PFF. That's unheard of. If they can avoid a sophomore slump and continue to grow, this secondary might not just be good, it could be elite. With Kevin Patullo taking over the offense, there may be a learning curve on that side of the ball. Timing, rhythm, and play calling are going to need time to gel, but while the offense finds its footing, this defense is built to carry the load. They've got the talent, the coaching continuity, and the depth to keep games in check and give the offense time to figure things out. And when both units click, that's when dynasties are born. Now, when you look at the bigger picture for this Philadelphia Eagles team, what really stands out is the meticulous way they've been built. Not just for a single run, but for sustainable success over the next several years. You don't get to this level just by stacking talent. That's part of it, sure, but the real secret sauce is how every piece fits together. There's a vision behind each draft pick, every signing, and every coaching hire. It's no coincidence that this defense, even after so many veteran departures, is still considered elite. That's by design. The front office has been forward-thinking for years now. While other teams chase headlines with flashy trades and short-term rentals, the Eagles have focused on development, depth, and continuity. They've mastered the cap, they've drafted with purpose. And when it comes time to make the tough calls like letting go of aging stars or moving on from big contracts, they don't hesitate. That's how you stay ahead in a league that punishes indecision. And look at how they've managed the youth movement on defense. They didn't just throw rookies into the fire last year, they eased them in. They created competition in camp. They let the best players earn their spots. So now, heading into this season, you've got a bunch of second- and third-year guys who aren't just filling roles. They're ready to dominate. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, Moro Oyomo, Ty Robinson, these are names that could define this era of Eagles football, and what makes them dangerous isn't just the physical tools. It's how well-coached and well-prepared they are. That's where Vic Fangio's influence can't be overstated. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles, and don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are growing louder across the NFL landscape, and the latest buzz could shake the league to its core. According to murmurs from multiple unnamed sources, superstar wide receiver DK Metcalf might have quietly inked a deal with the Philadelphia Eagles. While nothing has been confirmed by either the Seattle Seahawks or the Eagles organization, the internet has already exploded with speculation, and Eagles fans are losing their minds at the mere possibility. Metcalf, known for his jaw-dropping speed, chiseled physique, and highlight reel catches, has long been a fan favorite in Seattle. But tensions surrounding his long-term fit with the Seahawks have brewed beneath the surface. especially amid questions about the team's offensive direction. Now, with this rumored move, Philly may be on the verge of forming one of the most dangerous receiving duos in football, pairing Metcalf with A.J. Brown, a reunion of old Ole Miss teammates that has fans dreaming of fireworks. The alleged signing has sent social media into a frenzy. Eagles loyalists have flooded timelines with mock-ups of Metcalf in midnight green, while skeptics argue it's just another case of off-season gossip spiraling out of control. Still, the chatter hasn't died down. Several insiders have hinted at major developments in Philly and suggested that a marquee name could be unveiled soon. If the rumors prove true, this move could instantly elevate the Eagles' already potent defense into a juggernaut. With Jalen Hurts at the helm, a Metcalf-Brown combo would strike fear into secondaries league-wide. For now, all eyes remain glued to team feeds and insiders' tweets, waiting for the smallest shred of confirmation. Is DK Metcalf really headed to Philadelphia? Until official word drops, this remains one of the juiciest NFL rumors of the offseason, and one that could tip the balance of power in the NFC. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.